Good day, ladies and gentlemen. This is Fola and Oyelekon. Today I'm going to do the analysis of second-class citizen, written by Buchi Emechita. Chapter 6, titled, Sorry, No Colours. Ada has not been finding things easy since her arrival in the UK, ranging from accommodation problem to their neighbors, to Francis, her husband. And in the last chapter, we read about the sickness of Vicky, her son. And in this chapter, chapter 6, there's another problem, which is that of accommodation. They have been given quit notice, and to get a new accommodation for somebody like them is a problem. Let's go ahead. Chapter 6. Sorry, no color. As Ada prepares for work one morning, Francis comes in dejected, holding a brown envelope. He sits down on the bed while Ada expects him to tell him something. Francis does not know how to present the issue to her wife in order to break the suspense. Ada snatches the envelope from him, and it is revealed that they have been given quit notice to give up the tenancy of their one room in Ashdown Street within a month. So they have been evacuated, they have been given quit notice, and within 1 month, they are expected to leave the place. Let's continue. Though the information in the envelope hits Ada, there is nothing they can do about it. She leaves the letter on the table and continues dressing. Ada has been expecting it, though she has not fought with any tenant or the landlady. There are some things working against her. She is believed to be having a cake and eating it. She is in a white man's job, and she does not send her children away to be fostered. The family lives like first-class citizens. Vicky's admission into hospital. A nursery place is waiting for Vicky during his admission to the hospital. They cannot bear this anymore, so they must leave. The problem there is that that family is being envied by their neighbors because they are living the life of first-class citizens while they are second-class. Ada is working in the library, which is exclusively for the whites, that kind of job. Their children are not fostered. The husband is running a full course. It's not a part-time course. So they are being envied. Let's continue. This comes as a surprise to Francis, who believes that by adapting to their standards, there will not be a problem. He does not know that he's being envied. He's running his program full-time. He sees children every day and impregnates his wives at will. They want them out of the street to make things difficult for them. Ada thinks of whom to blame for the discrimination, the fellow countrymen or the whites. Getting new accommodation in London for blacks is somehow difficult. Had it been possible, they would have done that within a few weeks of Ada's arrival in London. Not that there are no vacancies, but nearly all the notices have sorry, no colours on them. That is, no black is allowed to get any accommodation in that area. Anywhere there is sorry, no colour. That means that blacks are not allowed there. Not only the colour makes it difficult for them to get accommodation, but Ada's pregnancy and the children also work against them. Ada is now well educated that there is discrimination against the blacks in London, but did not experience it while working in the midst of the whites back in Nigeria. This discrimination has psychological effects on Ada's thoughts and ways of life in London society. She now accepts to be inferior to the whites. She purchases inferior things even when she has enough money for the best. Though she does not totally believe in this, like Francis and some blacks, that they must remain inferior. Her belief is that she's doing that because she's new in London and will soon regard herself as equal to any white. There seems to be no end in sight to the accommodation problem. The two of them search, all to no avail. The landlord and the landlady start to complain about them in the house. The children cry and the landlord will complain. The childless landlady claims that Ada is showing off her children. She is expected to lock them in while coming downstairs. Ada is put in a dilemma because she doesn't know how she will keep the children away from the landlady while going downstairs to fetch water. The children are restless and always want to be with her after coming from the nursery. A lot of pressure are being mounted on them, even by the neighbors on Adjutant Street. The landlord decides not to accept their rent, and the solicitors post in a letter every day, reminding them of the remaining days in the house. The landlady also has her own way of despising Ada in the house. All this bounces on Ada's nerves, but her mission school training taught her not to join issues with the people like that. 2 weeks later, Ada sees the notice for a vacant room on the notice board in front of the post office at Queen Crescent. To her amazement, there is no "Sorry, no color" written on it. The room is on Holly Street, not very far from Ashdown Street, where they live. They decide to put a call through to the landlady when she gets to the library and will make sure the other assistants do not hear her calling, so they will not think she has been in London for almost 6 months. For them to get the room, she plans not to present herself as an African. Ada works on her intonation and carries out a lot of practice. She enters the toilet, presses down her nostrils, and talks until she is satisfied that the landlady will take her to be an Irish, Scots, or English-speaking Italian who is also white. Ada ruminates over the issue again that the landlady will eventually find out that they are blacks. She then decides that when it gets to that stage, she will get her to please, that she will beg her to please give them a place. She puts a call through to the landlady, and the voice of a middle-aged woman comes through. The woman assures her that the 2 rooms are available. It is the same £4 they are paying as Ashdown Street they are to pay. She promises to keep the room for them and does not mind children. The woman is a grandmother. The grandchildren are in America. She wants to know if Ada is an American because she sounds like one. The woman sounds friendly as she's eager to have them to keep her house alive. Ada wonders how the woman finds out they are blacks. Then says that she will have told the woman that she's an American since there are black and white Americans. Ada feels on top of the world on her way home as a result of the favorable response from the landlady. She bangs on their door when she gets home, and Francis is surprised that Ada has to do that where they don't want to hear their voice. Ada happily tells him that she has gotten 2 rooms for the same £4 they are paying presently. Francis feels as if he is in a trance because he does not believe what he is hearing from Ada, that he still confirms from her whether the landlady is alright. Ada then responds that they are going there tonight while Janet looks after the children for them. Francis does not still believe Ada, but happiness is clearly written on their faces. The countenance and the behavior of Francis change immediately. He calls Ada darling and offers to take the children from the nursery so that Ada does the cooking. Ada does not tell Francis that she held her nose while talking to the woman so that she would think she was white. She also picks evening time so that the landlady will not realize in time that they are blacks. Ada hides this from Francis because she knows that Francis will not play along with her. Ada is optimistic that they will get the rooms as any disappointment will be too heavy for them to bear. They set out in the night from Ashdown Street to meet the landlady, while Janet agrees to take care of the children for them. They are initially full of hope and happiness, but when they are nearer to Holly Street, the place appears like a burial ground and a deserted area. Francis shows his disinterest, but Anna does not mind the ruins and demolition in the area because she thinks the landlady will be more likely to give them accommodation since they are blacks. They knock at the door and the landlady peeps at them from the window upstairs. Francis tells her their mission and the woman rushes downstairs to show them the apartment. They are astonished when the woman stands in front of them, speechless for some moments, holding on to her throat. The woman eventually tells them that somebody has just gotten the rooms, promising to inform them of any vacant room in the nearest future. The woman rejects them because they are black. She apologizes and withdraws into her house. The two of them look dejected, and Francis does not seem to listen to Ada's story about Jesus who was born in a manger, because Mary, the mother of Jesus, was turned out of decent houses. Francis now walks as fast as possible toward Ashland Street. They are optimistic about a miracle to save them from the present predicament. So that's another problem for them. That's another ugly experience for Ada, who has been complaining of their accommodation when she arrived in the UK. So let's see how they are able to solve the problem in the next chapter. So if you are just joining this channel, please subscribe to this channel so that whenever I release any video, you will automatically be notified. Thank you and God bless.